Hi everyone, it's Annie from Phoenix Healing. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. It is Sunday, September 14th, 2025, and I was guided to a reading for the collective for today and the week ahead, especially with all the events that have transpired last week. I was very much guided to use Kyle Gray's Angel Prayers Oracle cards, and the card that flew out and flipped over is the Inner Voice. Thank you, angels, for guiding me through my inner voice. The angels are now ready to bring you guiding thoughts and feelings and inspiring words. Within you is a strong and resilient voice that they are able to use to send you guidance. So take some time to listen within. You've been asking for help and support from the higher realms, and they are now ready to guide you lovingly to the next step. Any loving guidance you're hearing at this time is 100% from Source. Trust it. The inner voice is very subtle, and it takes patience and the willingness to listen in order to truly hear what it says. But you will know when the angels are speaking to you, because whatever they present to you will be wholly loving and supportive, and there will be no rush. If your guidance is to do something that will bring harm to you or another person, or you are promised excessive riches, then you'll know your ego is taking over. Close your eyes and listen. Support is there for you now. Say the prayer and then trust. I really do like this message. I feel that's such an encouragement and message of hope as well, and trusting yourself, trusting to be open for messages, and trusting your intuition, and then just what resonates with your soul and your heart, completely turning off ego, and what feels true to you, what feels true to your soul, what's in alignment to your soul, what's in alignment to your heart, and just feeling that in and going with the messages that you receive, and remember keeping in that heart space. I will say too that I really do love, especially given the situations and incidences that happened last week, I love that more spiritual workers are absolutely coming out and saying, this isn't a political channel, not political, never choosing a side or anything, but having acts of violence is wrong, and cheering for a death like that is wrong. Just cheering for someone to die is horrible. And I'm so glad more and more light workers and spiritual healers and workers are stepping up and saying that. And that's another way of listening to the inner voice, because more and more people now are coming out saying this, when a lot of spiritual workers like myself, we don't talk politics on a spiritual channel. We talk from your heart, we talk from the soul, we talk from the higher realms, angel, spirit, God, the divine, the universe. And those are the messages we talk about and we bring. And of course, especially, other gifts, like I talk about astrology, numerology, on my channel too. So it's like, generally spiritual workers, we don't talk about that stuff on a spiritual channel. But it's lovely to see that so many people are standing up and saying, it's not okay, what happened, and it's not okay to be cheering that. And it's lovely because peace doesn't have a side. It's an individual thing. Like how we choose to live our life, that's on us. Doesn't matter where we come from. Like how we choose to represent ourselves is on us. So it's lovely that more and more messages of peace are coming out. And also to agree to disagree and let that be that. Don't wish ill will on anybody for differences of opinions. Just have peace knowing that you can agree to disagree, and just have peace in general. So with that said, I do hope this message has been helpful with people listening more to the inner voice. I did want to say though too, especially because of what happened, last week, and just the high energies between the full moon, the lunar eclipse, and then the 999 portal, and then obviously the acts of violence that occurred last week as well. There is an upcoming day, actually, on September 23rd, and if in my last video I did mention too, if you were a life of Life Path 5, you know, and just in general too, like, because there's so many repeating energies this month, like angel numbers, like, or angel numbers are like, you know, the numbers are going to be triplified. And so 555, angel number of change. And today is actually a 555 day as well. So be prepared that today a lot of things could happen, you know, because 5 is the, you know, the energy of change. It's also the Avenger too. So it's always depending on what vibration you're living on and how you choose to work with the energies. But September 23rd, you know, is a high volatile day. And, you know, it's energy that that represented last week. Also drama, power struggles, and buried truth. So stay grounded, stay away from people you're getting red flags from, and protect your peace. Like, you know, I knew September would be a shit show, just not this much. And, you know, just really, really take care of yourself. I know a lot of astrologists, numerologists are coming out too with saying, oh, you know, the 9 can lead to death, and certain degrees too as well, like in astrology, like can lead to death as well, or some violent act. But, you know, I can honestly say as a psychic medium too, like, you're not supposed to go into that line. You're not supposed to cross that line, because that doesn't get revealed to us. I mean, I am somebody that is an angel communicator and channeler, and I do have a close relationship with Archangel Azrael, and he does come out and let me know when a death is coming, whether it is physical, or, you know, a death of a habit, or a death of a relationship, you know, or transformation, the death of the ego. So whenever he comes out, I always am paying attention, that I'm using discernment to see what is this applicable to, especially if I'm reading someone, or if it's like someone personal, and I just got a message about that too, because it has worked both ways. But, you know, just really take good care of yourselves. And like, I just wanted to say too, you know, trust your intuition with knowing with which channels you're watching and who you're listening to, because, you know, death isn't, you know, you can get, even with me, right? I don't get, this is when it's going to happen, this is who exactly it's going to happen to. You know, you get the feeling, the intuition that something's going to happen soon, and to who, but you're not getting told exactly who, what, when, and where, like, and how, and all this stuff. I will say though, in the psychic mediumship readings, though, stuff will come out, but things only come out as I'm supposed to know them and relay them to the client. You know, even when the Charlie Kirk assassination happened, as soon as I saw it happen, I had a vision of how it played out. And unfortunately, you know, with everything blowing up on TikTok, I came across the video, and how he was assassinated was exactly how I was shown in my vision, like exactly how it played out in my head. So, you know, I will say this, you know, yes, it was very violent how it happened, but there is life after death. His soul will transition, and, you know, I'm sure his family will see signs that his spirit is around. It's lovely all over the world that people are, you know, doing peaceful protests, and, you know, and being peaceful about, you know, what had happened, which is lovely, because again, you can't solve anything with violence. You can solve things with peace and mediation, and coming from your heart. So it's just nice to see that there are more people acting out in peace, because that's what you need to do in a world that's already so chaotic and stressful, really, to live in. Be the change, be the messenger of peace. So with that said, I hope people trust more of their inner voice, their inner guidance, be open to the messages from God, the higher realms, angels, the universe, and spirit, and always trust yourself to move forward, you know, with that love and peace in your heart, because you're representing God in the higher realms and angels and spirit as a light worker. You're here to do good in this world. So do good. Be of love, be of light, be of peace. Please take care, everyone, and I will see you guys soon. Bye.